Hello, I'm Micaiah. Welcome back to Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft 2024. It's just a nomenclature, project name. It's a way to discuss. So I feel like we've accomplished most of everything I'm thinking about with this project. I've got a few bugs I think I would like to work out, and I feel like so I've come up with a list. It's kind of interesting at this point to say what point does this become a game and what point does this become a tech demo. So we'll have to see. And I'd like to release this at some point, so I'd like to like an asset store package or something, and then feel like how to turn it into a game. So yeah, so we went through and documented everything, cleaned up a few things, nothing major, I think. Um, and then we looked through all the to-dos. I actually found the fact of like, oh hey, when I'm done with the to-do, I just say done. I feel like that's really nice. I wonder if there's a way to make a Visual Studio extension to sort of manage all that. Anyway, so just in no particular order, we when we finished with our cells, we hand paint, uh, hand built a room, and so I'd like to do a room generator, um, and then from there you can say to do uh, the room connection with walls, right? So for dungeons at that point, but we'll have to see. Right now, they're just rooms are meant to be houses because houses seem pretty cool. Yeah. So then we've got the mouse interaction. This is kind of where you get into the game aspect of it, but I'd like to be able to do a remove, replace, and I guess this would sort of say uh, to do chunks question mark, um, and then part of that chunks is so chunks in Minecraft. I'm going to do it very different. It's very different uh, than Minecraft. Just how I like to do it. Um, and then you've got pool behavior. So anytime you're displaying lots and lots of blocks, this is the next step towards dots, which isn't technically dots. It's just saying that this is dots. It's just saying the pool behavior is a way to increase performance. And then the next and then after that, I feel like dots and maybe changing how things look. Um, yeah. Anyways, so I doubt I'm playing with dots a little bit, but I doubt I'll get it to. It feels like it should work, but I don't know. It just because we're mostly data, right? So this is a data-driven Minecraft design. The cells are perfect for that. Uh, anyways, so then I'd also, speaking of cells, I'd like to merge the cell block into one block space. When I remove the blocks, the the when I remove the ground from the wall, it just became like much more apparent that, oh, okay, this is just a different type of block. So um, yeah, I'd also like to be able to create pillars and stuff like that. And use blocks. So maybe I should like tag that down here. Is to do create block block pillars and figure out slabs, blocks, tiles. So even if we're using slabs, which we might do, it's still useful to have a block. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say here. I don't know about tiles. We'll just say tiles question mark. Um, but yeah. And then yeah, so the camera, yeah, so once we merge the block space, I think that's going to be really nice because when you do like procedure generation, like this will for procedural, we can remove blocks easier. If we just say, hey, these are just the same block space, um, and we can just say, hey, if this is if this should be but then we don't have to remove blocks in favor of walls, right? This might be nice to use that. Anyway, so yeah, so when I get the cells and blocks into one block space, that will allow me to do a lot more things and check things, and sort of do the same interface, right? When you check a wall, it's like you check the wall, but you can check the block space as well. Um, right now we do it kind of two separate steps, but we don't have to readjust that. But so camera, again, no particular order. I don't even know if I'm going to do this, but it definitely feels like we need, fading. Um, we have movement, sort of. This is not an RTS, not RTS camera. Uh, settings, smoothness. Um, I tried a Cinemachine and I hate it. It seems like of all my games, the camera really is like the next major project, next major hurdle to overcome. Like I got player input, right? I should. I've got a really cool project that has the modern player input with bindable keys, and it just looks really great. Um, and maybe I should use that for the camera, but it just, yeah. Um, but yeah, I'd like to be able to look at the cameras, like settings as well. So this is like sensitivity, sensitivity, uh, and just give people a better experience, and then also make it smooth. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, this also could be like up here. Um, but cool. So I think the only other thing I was thinking about is if you go to Cell Geo, I was thinking about that. Yeah, so they're just yeah, so we kind of talking about the iteration here. It says when a wall sits on a variable block height, won't it won't match up. So if we have a slab world and we sit the wall on the ground, so when the wall sits on a slab of zero point 0.5, it expects to be matched to 1.0. So, you know, bump the underside or drop the wall down. I think dropping the wall down would be really cool, but that feels like it would, um, yeah, um, yeah. Honestly, if I get to slabs, if I get to slabs and I'm at point 0.5, I don't think it would be improbable to say build a point 0.5 wall slab, right? To me, it's like that's not out of whack with what, maybe it's like here, let me say stone slab block test. Um, so if I say, hey, what here, let me eliminate this. Let me eliminate, I feel like we're going to keep Dwarf Fortress and eliminate these two. And then uh, from here, but I'd really like to also eliminate the ability for it to, oh, it's part of the unit space, right? So here, let me unpack completely this. And let me delete this. And there we go. Yeah. And then this is where are we off? Oh yeah, right here. Why are we off like that much? This is 0. Me argue. Why are we off that much? Guess it's like trying to argue all of this and it's not exactly working. So if I turn on this and this, that sort of indicates to me that we're not, but I don't know why. Huh. The center node is here. So if we're at 0, 0, 0 and our center node is here, then why? Oops. Did I do something? Oh, no, we're good here. We're good here. Oh, this is off by, oh yeah, this needs to be 0, 0. Okay, and you need to say that your walls, right? I want to say, I want to say the box collider here, right? So we're good there. So the walls are, yeah, so they're too high, right? So they just need to be 1 and 0.5. Yeah. And then we don't need the ground technically anymore. And I'd like to say, wow. Okay, so if we're a block, right? So let's just say you're a block, you know, block space. Then you're a block geo, and then you're a block 0, right? Because that's technically what we're looking at here. I feel like to me we could just say drop this to here and eliminate this to here because the block, yeah, the block is actually fine. And then the door fortress is um, 3 blocks, right? So, and then the slabs are 2, right? So feels like to me it's like, okay, so if we do this, right, and we say, hey, I want to say your node canvas is down to here, right? And I want to say that your graphics of, here, let me say, duplicate this and say cell of 0. And I want to say that this is right, no, right, this is right here. I don't want to, well, let's just, okay, let's just say create empty. We'll just say space 0, space 1, right? And this is 0.5, and then this is going to be from here to here to here, and this is here to here to here, and yes. So then the cells, right? The graphics of the cells. Uh, Honestly, they don't need box colliders, but they're actually 0.5, and they're going to be 0 or 0.25, right? And this is going to be down here. You're going to say, why are you not saying what I want you today? Space is 0.5. This is 0. Oh yeah, so this is 0. There we go. Yeah, sweet. I'll just do that for Door Fortress and we're done. Center node down here. So the node canvas is an idea that I have a image. I really want this to be the same, right? Of 10, 8, 5. Let me look at the, yeah. I feel like honestly this should be 90 by 90. 80 by 80. Let me delete this. Delete this. Oh, I need to say the slab is good. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so the slab is good. So my node canvas is good. Yeah, so now I can say that these two images right here are bam, and your, oh yeah, your one. Well, let's just make that 0.9. Yeah, and then this should be like this. No, but the block image needs to sit like that, maybe. Yeah, and then this block image is here. Okay, and then yeah, this could have empty slash in 1 comma 0 comma 0. So do I need a second? Empty. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, that feels really cool. It's interesting that it fades in and out. I wonder why. Did I do some kind of weird? Anyways, so I mean, this canvas is really going to be annoying, I think, in a lot respects, because if I enable that, I guess not. I guess we're good. So the idea is that we disabled the stone walls, right? So, and then like, okay, so now if we're here, and then we disable the slab, and then that's what we're going to look like, right? So the wall is going to come down into the block space. And now this, do I, repeat the same process for Dwarf Fortress? I feel like the answer is yes, but I feel like the answer is also no. Um, yeah. I also feel like I have to fix Dwarf Fortress in some respects. Under the to do, I want to say um, to do fix Dwarf Fortress missing pixels. And then game almost should be under game 16, but as such, if I switch this to Dwarf Fortress, also could like to do we want to create a interface to manage these changes? It'd be interesting if I was able to, yeah, so here you can see right here that um, that my just Minecraft, I don't know. Yeah, I've got this like pixel gap here, and I'm not sure why. Is it me or is the oh, I don't have the select parent. Oh, I really need that select parent. No, it's both. Oh, no. I guess it's not in the top down. It's when you, yeah, when you do that. So the top down is correct. So that means the spacing per block is correct. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, so the height of the blocks are not correct. Why is that? So the block height, right, comes into the test Minecraft that are, oh, I hate that. It happens in like 2019 and a lot. I don't know if it happens in 2023. It probably does, but like the UI now breaks. Um, It doesn't matter what I'm selecting. It's like, it feels like it's locked, but it's not. Yeah. Yeah, now the inspector's just gone entirely, so just have to reboot, I guess. And if that's the case, we'll just bump out of there. I really need that. So there's a pretty easy editor functionality where you can just, add a select parent to up here. So it's just, yeah. Okay, so let me go to the stone block and specifically want to look at the slabs, and I want to try to argue why the slabs are not correct. Yeah, they feel correct. Yeah. Okay, well, it could just be that when we test Minecraft and we are setting our block height. Oh, that's in game 16. Yeah, so here we're setting our block height to 3.3. Yeah. I feel like what we could do is set our block height to 3.4. Is that gonna fix? No, I'm not gonna fix it. Oh. Oh, you know what? So 3.3 is actually better, of course, because the feels like to me this needs to be how do I hmm you're at hmm. Well, that would be a problem. Okay, so on the dwarf fortress, let's turn off slabs. We have this box selected. Yes. So it seems like the slabs are why? Why do they need to be up a tad more? Is it 0.34? 0.33 and 0.33 divided by 2, which is 0.165, which are not, come on, 0.165. But then, are we good on the bottom? Yeah, so we're good on the bottom. So I feel like to me what we have to do is say 0.34, and then this is 0.34 divided by 2. Yeah. Yeah, let's say that. And then that would probably prevent what we're concerned about. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's officially the problem, right? So, well, you can actually just do it on a calculator, right? So 0.33 plus 0.33 plus 0.33. We've, yeah. There we go. So we started out as 0. We added 33, 33, 33, 33. And I feel like to me, it's like, okay, let's, 0.33 plus 0.333, we're never going to get, oh, interesting. Yeah, see, wow, we're way out of whack. Okay. Um, yeah, so we have to slice the difference somewhere. Take 0.01 divided by, no, wait, here, let me, 0.001 divided by 3. Yeah, we just get this, yeah, 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 0.33 forever, essentially, or 0.003 forever. So this is 0.6. Okay, well, I mean, it's solved, so that's great. Now the question is, do we want to add in these, oh, I'm like, what, where'd else, I did all this work. Right, it's stone block test here. Is essentially I need to duplicate this and put this into here, and then put this to here, and you need to say that you're 0, and your graphics are, yeah, so you're 0.33, and then 0.165. If I turn on dwarf and turn off these two, and disable this, oh, yes, well, oh no, this is actually 0, right? Why? Oh, no, you're 0, and you're, yeah, 0.165. 0.165. Cool. And I just duplicate that 2 more times, right? Yeah, that's it. So duplicate, 1, 1, dwarf, 2, really. Dwarf 1. And then you disable this one, and enable this one. And, oh yeah, so now, oh, this would be, this would be 0.33. 0? Oh, it's just 0. Okay. And this is 0. And then this would have to actually be the same thing, right? So you say 0.34, 0.34, and that's 0.34 divided by 2. And there we go. Look at this, this, this. We should get a fairly straightforward wall that we can now adjust based on our cell position. Well, Minecraft would need the same thing, right? Yeah, Minecraft would need the same exact thing. It's not immune to this problem as well. Yeah, so if I disable Dwarf Fortress, turned on Minecraft, and let's see, said this is 0. And then your graphics are 1.5. Yeah. And then I disabled the block space. Yeah. Kind of curious, like, I'm kind of curious if I should in the the room pillars here, if I should just say, hey, yeah, it's part of the room geo. This is 4 tiles high. I wonder if I should scratch that idea and use the cells themselves. Okay, well, what is my what is my, yeah, so we're still sticking into the one block space, but what is my block geo? Yeah, so I'm still sticking to the block space, the slabs. Yeah, here. So if I save this, objects, block tiles are here. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is like, whew, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. Yeah, here, let me create an empty, just call it block geo. And then we'll just bump this into here. I removed it because I was like, oh, we don't really need that because it just does the same thing. But yeah. 0.5 and then block space of like 1, right? Um, yeah, and then the block. Oh, it feels like I do this. Yeah. The question now is, oh, that's cool. Oh, fun. That's really cool. Okay. So yeah, so to me, it's like I want to turn on block space, right? So I've activated the Minecraft block space, and then I want to say you're an actual block, right? Or do I want to say you're a wall, and then I give you the cell data, regardless of what you're doing. Now we can pretty much say we don't need the ground geo. Yeah, so we don't need here. Yeah, so we don't need this, which is we don't need the MR. All right, that's the R and the MR, and I don't need the access to the MR. And I don't need, God, I don't need any of this. Add that back if I ever want to use it again. Oh, the else. Yeah, so then I've eliminated my cell. Oh, and I don't need the map image really. And my strings can really be bumped. These could be bumped to below the cell, above the cell. Sure. Okay, so we got our node. Yeah, the node canvas. We still need this step. Oh, oh, no, no, these are correct. Yes, because they're individual and you're part of the block image. Okay, cool. Yeah, so really the block geo, the block space, right, should handle, how do I want to do this? Yeah, so the block tiles, I feel like that's going to be an issue for me on the block tiles because what technically happens on the block tile is that they, yeah, the block tiles of transform, yeah, but technically, yeah, so these tiles, so I guess that's technically correct, right? So we've retained that this is 0.3.66. Oh, is this 0.67? Um, well, that's technically 0.3. So we fixed that. Oh, we didn't fix it on this one. That's what's going on. So 0.34, and this is 0.34 divided by 2. Yes. And this is technically 0.67, I believe. No, 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 0.66. Yes, because the 66 plus the 34 will get me to 1.0. Perfect. Okay. So each of the tile has a, yeah, so what I technically want to do is get, how do I get the block space? Oh, that's on the base.awake here. All right, so on the base.awake, we get the objects, get child game object. Yeah, which is not exactly what we want to do. So the transform of the block space is like door fort, slabs, whatever. And then we get the child, and we want to say the, yeah, I feel like it's the get child, the get child of 0. So this technically now becomes get child of 0 dot child count. And then we have to say the get child dot get child. Whew, essentially. Oh, and then this one is not ready yet either. Now, what do we do with these block tiles? We, oh, we get their local position. Oh, we actually don't need that. That's all we're doing with them. Oh, okay, so I don't need to do this, right? So regardless of what I'm doing, I don't need this. What I do need to say is that I need to have I need to have a, yeah, so I need to have something that says on, on this level. What are we going to call this? We are going to call this, what is cell geode? Can I call this walls geo? I've been arguing about that forever, like calling it walls. I don't like the idea of it being a cell though, because it like when you're in a prisoner cell. Bum bum. Can't call it node. Call it subnode. We call it slab geo, tile geo. I'm not actually using tile geo, so I could call it tile geo. I'm trying to find a piece of code that I can splat onto here, here, and here, and then I could say, okay, are you a cell, or are you a slab, or a wall? And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Is I'm trying to find a way to say, I want to put a piece of code that says, are you a slab or a cell? And yes. So like bitgeo, subgeo, sub subblock geo. This block subgeo. How about we just call it block subgeo, just for a lack of a better word. So we're gonna call this block subgeo, and I want to add you to these three things here, and I want you to say, I want a serialized field for a game object, the tile geo equals no, and I want you to say this is the cell geo equals no. Yes, and then I want to say under the block space, right? This one's pretty simple, right? Because it's just, well, they're all simple, right? So this is the block here, which is actually a tile geo, ironically enough, and this is a cell geo, ironically enough. And then the same thing down here. Oh, right. Oh my God. Yeah, so technically I need this to be down to this level. Block subgeo. Yes. And then I need to manage these individually. So really this could be moved down to this level, right? And then this is the dwarf cell. And this is dwarf 2, yes, cell 1. This is dwarf 0, cell 0. Oh, come on. That's why I hate working in the editor. And I need two more for right here, which is you and block subgeo. Your yes. Okay, so all of that is good. And we now have, yeah, we have our three objects. And then this still uses the game geo. Oh, well. Yeah, so if I want to turn off the Minecraft block and turn off the walls, that's possible now. And I could actually, so all my cells now are really not useful in terms of, oh, oh, well, then they've got a slight problem here. Um, your, how would I argue this? Well, it wouldn't really matter here, but here, the cell geo, I'm saying the cell geo is now not able to determine its local coordinates. Let me just take this test block, drop it into the world, drop it into the world. Oh, why are you not happy? Oh, yes, I get that. I'm sorry. I know. Now let's move you to 5, 5, and let's hit play. Let me go to game 16 and switch it to Minecraft just for argument's sake. Okay, I should get some errors, hopefully. Hopefully not, but prob probably will. Oh yeah, out of range exception. Yeah, so yes. Oh, well. We can't set blocks individually on the BR on the graphics mono anymore. Especially this one, right? Yeah, but these should have been done. Everybody else should have been happy. Yeah, because we're just. Oh, my bad. You're actually not complaining about that. You're complaining about this. Okay, I get it. I get it. Under resources, under material blocks. This is a sub for materials, so this is like a horrible way to do it, but let's not argue that for now. Let's say renderer um, render equals this, and if render not equal null, render material. Trying to find a compromise between the original blocks and the new block, the highly fancy new block that we're going to have here. Yeah, oh, this is going to be, oh yeah, this is going to be so much easier. Yes, okay. Wow, I feel like I'm burning up for some reason. Probably didn't have coffee. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be much easier. And one of the things I was thinking about is if I come in here and I hold my mouse like over this structure, right? Um, yes, I'm not getting the correct data, but if I hold shift, I want my mouse to be, well, I guess we can, but I want my mouse to be much more, um, much more, um, um, yeah. So if I say that, let's ask the block a question, right? If I say what is at 0, 3, I don't have tab working, 0, 3, 0, it's unable to find a block, right? Because there is no block in that location. So therefore you can't delete the block and you can't place the block. So using this new block system structure per block, I can now, um, build things how I want. And like this room geo, right, is not, yeah. Yeah, so that's going to give me a lot of leeway. on this room pillar. Yeah, see, but this is a block geo, so this needs to be a wall geo, right? Do we have that? No. Okay, let me create a new, we'll call it walls. Okay, a new, let's see, call it wall geo. I feel like that's not what I wanted to do. Is this called a room? Oh, here we're first of all we're locked. Yeah, so this is an editor cell. Yeah. So this is actually exactly what I want. But what I want you to do is say, create me a block instead. So really the blocks here, we're going to merge the cell and block. So the block, and really this should be like block SO or something, right? Yeah. Oh, I don't need this. Now let me call this editor wall. C# editor wall. Oh my goodness gracious. And then we're just going to copy this. Well, let's just copy this. And then this pillar right here on the, let's say this pillar is going to be removed. Okay, so it's a southwest 4 editor wall. So you're going to be a southwest 4, and then blocks and blocks. Okay, so it feels like to me, game 16. Here, let me close all this. Ask game 16 to say, hey, that's cool. I want to say this. So blocks, my blocks equals blocks dot instance. Okay, we're happy, 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 happy. Okay, so now I can argue and say that what I want you to do is, yes, you got to do all this, but you got to do this. So I want to say blocks dot create block get b block index. Block index. And you're not set up to do that. Yeah. Well, let us say, and when you create a block, you do it. Wow, what is all this garbage? I guess I removed all that. Now I don't need it anymore. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I removed a lot of this to. Where's Oh, whoops. Well, where is create? Well, create is actually in test underscore Minecraft. Yeah, talk about underscore Minecraft. Yeah, so this has the block prefab. Yeah, here's the block not the block prefab is right here, and the create is right here. Yeah, I guess you could technically just do the same thing, right? Is the test underscore Minecraft dot create block. And you want me to say what? Oh, you need a transform. Why do you need a transform? You don't need a transform here. Okay. Well, what you need to say is a dictionary of int for transform is the level transforms. And then you're on your awake. You don't have that? Click override. Awake. This always feels frustrating, but you can't call the base on awake here. I feel like so it's like kind of like a oh well that's unfortunate. Yeah. So I want to say the level transforms if level transforms contains key tile height. Just say void static void check level transform and tile height. Instance. Oh, I feel like. Oh, yeah, on a singleton. For some reason, a singleton has a uppercase I. And if you notice, this should actually be false. It goes false, and I want to say the instance dot transform. And I want to say the T got, oh, the T. What is the T here? T is null for some reason. Why is T null? Oh, yes. Why is the T null? That's a good question. Why is the T null? The T is null because this is a external a transform extension. So I think you can't just say transform.createGeo. You have to give it an object, and then the instance dot level transform dot add the tile height of the level transform. And then this is public. Well, this will be static transform get transform int tile height, which is probably a horrible. And we'll just rename this to level height. And this will be level height. And you're going to say, hey, else, oh, return instance dot level transform at the level height. And then we're going to say create. Create level transform at the level height. Oh, this is transform Why is that? Okay. So now I don't need a transform here, and I don't need a transform here. Yeah, so you're going to say transform parent equals the get transform of the block index dot. Yes. Block index dot y. Y. I don't need this. And I don't need this. Technically under this, I don't need this and this. And then what I want you to do is say plus equal the wall height. No, plus equal the let's say test Minecraft.create block. The new oh, it's just the block above index right here. Yes, the block above index. Okay. I'm happy? No, but hey. Um, you are so all right. All right. Okay. Problem here is the blocks run at 9,000 and the tiles, test Minecraft runs at, 5,000, whatever. So that's kind of annoying. I feel like the blocks are running faster and I probably should be using it here, but I'd have to convert this to a singleton game object. Like not such a huge deal, I suppose. And it really probably should be having the block dictionary here. It already has. Um, yeah, so that's probably what I should do. Do that. I mean, why is test Minecrafting holding this? I don't know, but it did. Now it doesn't. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then from and the test Minecraft, technically you don't need the transforms, right? You don't need the transforms either. I feel like you should retain ownership of the transforms. And there again, like now I have to use instance for some dumb reason. I'm sure there was a reason thousands of years ago before time existed and the question is why don't I make the game mono behavior use that instead? That's the real question. I think the answer to that question is the fact that before, we're not even we keep talking about wanting to look at people and I don't know your chat and all this cool stuff. I need to get on like a restream something sort of thing to say uh, that we are going to be go live. I can do Twitch and YouTube. Hello world. Anyways, bum bum. Okay, that should probably create 1,001 errors that we need to fix. Probably not the most efficient way to do these things, but yeah, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. You need this, yeah. Yeah, so this is, yeah, blocks instance. That might argue. Okay, so the create level transform doesn't need to be here. Oh, and the get transform doesn't need to be here as well. This is all part of the new, excuse me. Yes. And then this is the create, right? Yes, the create here needs to be pulled as well, which will probably create 5 more errors, but that's probably okay. So this is, yeah, so this just blocks. It feels like a lot better to say blocks.create block. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm crazy. I probably am. I hate this. So like what this is telling me right here is it's assigned but never used. And it's like, oh my, it's just like such an annoying thing that's like, okay, I get that in a sense, but why are you doing that to me? There. All right. Oh, and then we just need to, oh, right. Speaking of which, we could actually do this differently, right? We could actually say that in the blocks, right? So let's, I don't know, in the blocks on the awake, at the top here, we could say the block prefab equals resources dot load. Maybe we should the block geo, and then we have to say the which I feel like it is in our resources folder, so it's kind of like why not? But yeah, so that may be enough to fix our problem. Oh, it is. Oh, baby. Okay, so honestly, then if you don't mind, I'm laughing. It's because I just created the exact errors I fixed by making this an instance. But I'm like, okay. I mean, it's just important for me to fix this bug. I feel like. Yeah, there we go. So it's important. It's really important that I've got these generic objects, right? The game mounted behavior and the single behavior. And it's really important for me to say that keeping straight in my mind that a singleton behavior is a, um, you know, sits and it kind of describes this is a game specific mounted behavior. We're expected not to be on a game object in the editor. We're called when we are needed. To do, we need to awake sometimes before we are called, which does not happen. So I'm not trying to fix that bug. But yeah. So now it just and then it loads it. Oh, well now what your this is the case of the editor. No, the editor on the wall is happy. Oh. Oh, it's creating a block. And then you're getting component in children, which is not, yeah, no. Okay. So this is, yeah, okay, I get you. I get you. So this is block block geo. And then technically this is going to be the block geo.get component. Yes, which is not what I wanted to say. Not what I want to say right now, because that's, yeah. So this used to rely on the fact that there was a cell under here, which is now disabled. You can't get a disabled component, so that's why it's not happy. Yes. Delete this. Oh, we're not even, well, that's annoying. We are not creating the block above either, probably because of this error right here. Yeah, so if the cell, it will just say if cell geo not equal to null. Oh, oh no, this is the other wall. Okay. Yeah, this is only on this one. The other ones are editors and cells, so probably why they're working and this isn't. Oh, sweet. Okay, exactly. Cool. Oh, nope. Okay, that is another bug. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, so we solved that bug, but now we created it again. No, that is annoying. Why are you happy? I guess you're not. Well, that's annoying. You see the test Minecraft here. Oh, it's because it's the blocks. Why is test Minecraft doing that? Test Minecraft, why you do this to me? To me. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, I don't need this. Yes. Okay. Basically the same principle, it's just doing it differently. Okay, so I mean that's positive. We are getting the blocks being created. Um, they are not obeying the rules of the cell. They are, yeah. Is it different? What am I looking at here? Why is this all? Okay. So now, I knew this is going to be such a slugfest, but yeah. So essentially, I'm creating a block and I'm creating a cell, but I need to, um, yeah, I need to register that cell to the block. I need to link the block. Um, yeah, which says to me I need to either create a block cell geo or just break everything. This is like the refactor comes into. I feel like I should just refactor everything because I don't want to have to. I don't want to write a whole bunch of code that's not useful. Um, I mean, I didn't want to break all this. So this right here is um, to do remove and delete this when editor cell or wall is complete. So that's, I guess that's one issue, but um, okay. So we got all the data and you know what we should do is in the editor wall, let's close all but this. Let us create a list, serialized field, a list of block geo used blocks equals new. I know, I didn't create it on awake. It's sad. I'm sorry. So that gives me access to all the blocks it created here. Now I can look at them. Oh, but then I actually would like to do one more thing. I want to do it right here. Block geo, ceiling block equals this. I can add this block here as well. Okay, so this here is the block that we used, and we have a block tiles of Minecraft because we're using Minecraft. But you essentially need to say that block cell geo. Be one way to get around the block geo here. Looks like I'm gonna. How long have we been streaming? Like I should just get some lunch and. I feel like I'm gonna give this a think and give this some lunch. Essentially, you can see what we've done, right? So what we're trying to accomplish block, and we're saying, well, that's strange. Hopefully, anyways, and we have the Minecraft block data, right? And then we've said, okay, well, the block data is one thing, but we'd like to merge our cells and blocks. And what we did, yes, I guess, what we did is we created this block space, instead of Minecraft to avoid copyright issues, right? Anyways, we got this block space data that is like, okay, if I'm a Minecraft block, great, but if I'm a cell, and this is exactly where we're at here. So now we just need, I guess it's one cell, right? So really this is um, the block cell geo would basically say, give me a list of cell geo, my cells equals a new list. And then on let's just make this a mono behavior. And then we're going to say, we're going to get the component of block geo. And you're going to say block geo, block geo. And then you're going to say for each var geo in block geo dot in objects. That's fine. No, don't do it. Ow. Love how Visual Studio's like, no, you can't write the variable first. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm freaking out. Oh, I'm dying. Why? Okay, so I just want to, oh, it's the graphics mono geo, isn't it? I'm calling it this objects, block tiles. Oh, it's just block tiles. Yeah, which already have an accessor. Okay, so I just say the block tiles, and then I say uh, cell geo equals geo dot get component cell geo, and then I say my cells dot add the cell geo. And then I want to say the block cell geo is added every time block geo add component block cell geo. And you can do that way down to here. Well, technically what I want to do is just say the block cell geo, right? The block cell geo, the block cell equals this, and I just want to say block cell geo dot init with my cell. Right? That's all I really want to do. Yeah, let's say public void init. No, I don't know why it always like you want to do a cell and a server in it. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but no, that's not what I want. And then co dot set cell to the cell. Oh, is this gonna be easier than I was thinking? Let's hope. Okay, well let's get component and children. Yeah, I know. Let me say if cell geo 90 is with null, we'll add it. Probably mean that we have nothing, but here we have this. Oh, well, that's annoying. Why is that annoying? Hello? Create a block. We're good. But it's like, no, we're not good. I see we are storing it on the 0th position now. We can pretty much eliminate all this, really, right? Because that's not important. Let me see why. Stop it here. Attach to Unity and run. Thankfully, this is not a set up the test and run it 5,000 times. Come on, there we go. That'd be the 2023 pop-up going, oh, you can't do that. Okay, so we got a game object. We're adding the thing. We're knitting it. And the block tiles have, we got block tiles 1, Minecraft, yep. Oh, because it's disabled. Yes. Okay. The problem was it's disabled. Yeah, so let me say, let me just copy. This is cell data view. And we'll just say this is elective cell geos. And this is cell tiles. Really original name, I know. And I'm gonna do this, and I want to do cell tiles. And you're arguing why? Oh yeah, this is the world mover, the wall mover. We're moving walls, people. Oh yeah, this is Okay, so this test feels like we've kind of hit the point in the road where yeah, so all this actually has to be enabled, right? Turn all of this on, and we'll turn 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 this and this on. Everything has to be disabled. Everything has to be disabled. Yes, everything has to be disabled. And then when you do this, what you're going to say is cell tiles dot for each object. Yeah. but you're going to say cell tiles dot add a object dot get component cell geo. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Not sure why it's working, but I like it. Well, that's annoying. Why did you get 6 cell tiles? Oh, psh. No, 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 no. Yeah, it's right here. A block tile. So if we relook at our, oh, yeah, so we relook at our data here. We are, we are not going to be able to maintain this anymore. I should have saved it. I feel like I should have saved it. This is the point where I should have saved it. Your block slab. So yeah, you do need the, well, you need the block slab geo, right? That's what you need. So if you get the block slab geo, and then you can just get the public game object cell geo, which is part of the cell geo, and here public game object tile geo, which is part of the tile geo. Yes, so this is the block. This is the glue that I was hoping to use a while ago, is to get the component right, and then I want the cell geo component. No, I just need the get component. All right, get component. Oh, dot get component LGO. Oh, yes, people. And then in the blocks, blocks.cs, what we need to ascertain is the fact that I want to, this is stone block test. I want to call this the test block here. And we'll fix any errors we find. Oh, yeah. Okay, so really you should say blocks subgeo is the subgeo equals the geo.get component. Because, I mean, and then you're the subgeo dot, yes, that would be probably helpful, but yes. Yes, so if subgeo not equal to null, oh, well, that's true. I don't have to actually do it here for now. We should move it over to here, but yeah, right here. Yeah, I don't need to do this for now. Oh, yes, index. Oh, right. Right. Okay, so what we're going to do is just say dot, dot, and they're going to be 1, and they're going to be 2. Uh, oh, yes! Look how cool we are. Not. Okay, so we're out of range on the materials. Because of why? it because of the materials here? Yes! Oh, that looks glorious. Okay, yeah, so I figured that was going to be the case, but what I want to do, wow, is in here. Okay, so we don't need the this blah 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 the blob yeah block cell geo anymore. We don't need this. Yeah, so let me just say that um well we do. Okay, so under the block cell geo, I hit this button and I shouldn't have, right? Wow. Hopefully everything's okay over here. Oh, we good? I'm sorry, my Beovis is having trouble. We look good. CPU's good. Stream's good. Like, what's our hard drive space should be good. 30 gigs and 200 gigs. So yeah. Okay, so okay, so the block. Why am I not getting the? Oh yeah. This button is the one I hit accidentally. Okay, so then this is yes. This. Yeah. Okay, so I can just really just delete this block cell geo for sure. Probably shouldn't have done it that way anyways. And then the block subgeo, right? So the subgeo on the block, yeah, which is the graphics mono. For some reason the block graphics mono. Okay, so this needs to say here that we are using our cell tiles and we want to get our cell tiles here. And okay, so that comes from the, yeah, I don't need this anymore. It comes from, yes, here, which is really part of this. Yeah, so I need the blocks this, right? So this is really here. Come on, here. This A block tile. So the A block tile is getting the sub block, and then you're getting the sub block to the cell. No. Oh yeah, yeah, which is the cell geo. And you're just adding the cell geo here. And then from there, you're like, okay, so you're just saying I don't need this and this and this, and you're just saying this cell tiles, right? And then this is the cell geo here. Now, yeah, see, I don't need to say here. Oh, I just say the block geo, right? The block geo now. There, we'll init the cell. And technically, what I want to do, because I know I'm going to do it eventually, is I want to set the cell geo, hang on, set active to false. Okay. Aren't we excited? We're back to normal. We didn't break too much and nothing's working. That's exactly what we want to see. But we should actually see a lot more over here. We should see our cell tiles are, okay, I'm not sure why that is the case. Yeah, every block has two cells. Why is that the case? Let's say cell tiles equals no. Yeah, there we go. So every cell tile has a null. Okay, so now I feel like we need this under block geo. I really need to come up with a namespace, by the way. Because you're going to get access to this code. It's going to be much easier. So this is public enum block type block cell. Does that sound good? Serialize block types, block block public. Well, I feel like we're gonna have to pull this down a level. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull it to this level. Because of the reasons that we need everything we need is on that level. Pull this into here. And then you need public block. And then you say apply, right? So can you not apply? Well, this is kind of a new thing for me. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. I'll have to look into that and see if that's actually, and then this needs to be protected as well. But yes. You don't need to do that every time. Okay, so then we need to say like switch on our block type. And you're going to say objects. I feel like this honestly right here should be block subgeo. Yeah. I feel like that's going to be so much more nicer for me. And I'll just say dot game object here. And then now I can say that the objects dot, yeah, let me make that change. That will save me quite a bit of steps. Okay, so I want to say the objects game type, the block geo. Oh boy, the tile geo. That's set active to fall. All right, let me just do cell geo. This is true. This is the exact opposite of that. False, and this is true. And then let me delete this block, open up this one, and say that your the type mismatch here is fine. Oh, well, that is annoying. Guess we can't do it like that. Yeah, we can't do it like that. Yeah, we can't do it like that. Okay. I get it. I get it. These are game objects. These represent the game types. We also need to say that it's the cell types, right? And the block types. Yeah, the block tiles. So the block tiles could actually be the game, the block subtype, right? Now that actually might be, uh, technically you don't need this right here, but it might be nice to have. Not, yeah, not the case with the blocks tiles. Yeah. Um, Really, it's the, yeah, we want the block tiles here. Really, it's like right here, and it's right here, and then we want the block, the sub block, right? To say this is the sub block here, 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 and here. So really, we don't need this at all. Yeah. Okay. Oh, baby! Look at that. Oh, oh, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. So, yeah, so the wall, yeah, set the tile type to the, woo. Okay, I feel like that's a celebration and a half. Now, I feel like there's a drop down in the wall here. Uh, and we also created this problem where now we can't, interact with the wall. Uh, like, yeah, that's an issue for me. I feel like what we could do is say under this block, editor wall, under this ceiling block, you set the tile to stone. I feel like that would match up my fix a problem that I'm noticing. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so that's amazing. So now and there again, I've created this block, right? That now each of these data elements is now a block, um, right here. So each of these elements is now a block. Um, and yeah, I feel like that's really, really cool. Um, yeah. Whew, that is really, really cool. Okay, I'm gonna get some lunch, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably take a nap or something. Getting off of coffee. I've been staying up too late. I don't know if you caught my stream last night, but I think I'm a little too late there. Anyways, thanks all. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so I thought I was going to explain a few things, I guess, before I go. Of course, I'll talk her. So yeah, so what we've done is we created this editor cell that is, instead of creating an entire wall, we're creating individual blocks. So it's just going to be really helpful. So when we place those blocks and do all sorts of things, we can now do that and remove them and whatnot, right? The other thing too is under, yeah. So in our block, we've just added the ability to just kind of manage what's the graphics mono, which really is not the block graphics geo. This really should be like the the block graphics geo, right? This is the sub, the the child element here. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. So there is still that idea that I was working on to build all this is that you can enable a slab and enable the walls on top of that, and then or enable the dwarf idea and then able two walls on top of that or two slabs and a wall. It's like yeah, it's all completely variable. It's just now. Um, but yeah, I feel like to me it's like this is to do remove this to the start to get the underlying data. The only time this would change is yes, right here. This is the this is called when the game type changes, essentially, right? So yeah, so this should really be up there somehow. Feel like to me, like if I can just like drop this right here. I mean, is that oh yeah, but we use the block tile, so really let me copy this, put this here, and we can eliminate all of this now from here. All of this is like, yeah, we don't need any of that now. Yeah, so we do need to change the material. This applies the materials to our game objects. And then also, yeah, so we also need, this also needs to be called, this needs to be called when our walls slabs change. Yes. Phil, there's something else I was thinking about. I probably should have mentioned it at the time, but wow. Okay, that's exciting. Not really. What happened? Oh, you apply the changes. Right. Okay. My bad. My bad. This is when the cell changes. Yeah, so the cell needs is changing more often than I was anticipating. Yeah. So yeah, we gotta obviously fix the underfloor. We gotta fix the fact that well, you can't actually enter because you can't do that anyways. But then for some reason you can do it from here, which I'm not. I'll have to track that down, and then yeah. Anyways, and then there again, like so, if I do this over here, these blocks should disappear as well, which is like I don't know if you want to do that. It's yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, you could build the wall. You build the tier first, and then place the building. That actually might keep the blocks to be those sub blocks like that. Although if you place walls there, yeah, you might have to say, do we want to keep the wall on the block geo to do um do we want to keep the wall the new cell data? Um, Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm well falling apart here. So, anyways, thanks very much. I really appreciate it all. I had a lot of fun. Um, yeah. So I know this is kind of like right in the middle of this, but I feel like yeah, this would be really amazing and pretty simple to just swap these out, and then yeah, and then again, it's even easier to create the room, right? Because you just need the yeah, and then this is like only part of editor, right? So this well. This right here is only part of editor, right? So I've often done this, but if Unity editor if, but yeah, it's probably not a good thing to do that because it creates more hassle than it's worth. Sometimes if you forget about that and you use that to do something else, then it's like, oh, why is it working in the editor but not in the game? Anyways, I'm gonna get some lunch. Probably chill for a couple hours. I'm not sure. I'll probably come back tonight. I don't know if I'm actually go to bed. I don't know. We'll figure it out.